What's up, my pilots? Angryponcho here, back playing Let's Battle Blaze Black. We are back at the Elite Four, and it's time for fight number 2. Here's another quick look at the team, just in case we had any level ups or anything in the last episode. I don't remember exactly, so at the beginning of every episode, just as a courtesy to new viewers or to people who haven't seen the previous video, I always show the Pokemon party, so you guys know what I'm coming into the battle with. And at this point, pretty much everyone is still in tip-top condition. We're not running out of PowerPoints and any moves or anything. It's a bit early for that. And I think it's time to take on the Dark type gym. So I'm bringing out my Bug type and my Fighting type. Then I decide it might be a bad idea to bring out Olgamoth and get a drought going right at the very beginning if I don't know what Pokemon he's going to have or what's going to be going on. So I figure I'll be safe. I'll bring out Knackrack and Cyberio. So I just have my awesome pseudo-legendary dragon, and I have my fighting type. So hopefully they'll be able to get a good bit of damage done, and then once I've roughed up his party, weakened him a bit, I'll bring out Olgamoth and get the drought going, and then just either use my bug type super effective moves or go with Heat Wave, whatever seems to be better. Ooh, I have to say this guy has the coolest room. This room is like it's like a haunted mansion, but like a real haunted mansion. Like the ghost type leader has what clearly like a haunted house going on, but it's very cliche haunted house. Grimsley's place looks like some place that would actually be haunted and like bad stuff would happen, you know? Not like ooh a ghost, like someone in a white bed sheet. Anyway, and I suspected correctly that this would be a double battle, just because the first one was. So I'm curious, what is you guys' preference on? Here, I actually used, I'm going to change topics, I actually used Outrage here, because I wasn't sure, in these battles, I wasn't sure what Outrage would do in a double battle, because I was concerned it might actually hit your ally occasionally. It doesn't. It just picks a random adjacent opponent, so one of the two that you're closest to. Or I guess there's 3 if you're in the middle. Yeah, but it's not a triple battle, so you know. What else was I saying? I was just about to finish something else, and I can't remember now. Oh, which order do you like to do the Elite Four in this game? I think it's neat they let you choose the order, because it's still just as hard, really, I think. But it's interesting they let you choose the order. So I saved the one that I thought would be hardest for last. And, wow. His team is not really, not doing much, are they? I think we just took out 2 of his Pokemon already. I'm hardly even paying attention now, because I know how the battle's going to go. I should probably keep an eye on things here. Now, you're probably wondering why I didn't go for the fighting type shot there. It's because I used Icicle Crash on the other Pokemon. It's like, whoops. Because Cyberio's holding the Never Melt Ice, so I figured the super effective on the flying with the Ice type, compounded with the Never Melt Ice, would be better than the fighting type, because it's against the flying type, so there you go. Now here, I'm going to go back to the close combat, and try and get Houndoom out of here, because I'm not... he's going to heal the Sharpedo. Cyberio, I'm going to try and get Cyberio to take out Houndoom, because I do not want to have to count on Knackrack and his Confusion. Yeah, there we go. But since Houndoom came out and lowered our attack, I think that's not going to be too bad. And here, oh wow, Fire Blast, Stab, super effective, and Cyberio stands up to the hit. I was so pleased when this happened. It took out 270 out of his 280 hit points. Absolutely crazy. That was not an item-induced anything. And then his Houndoom hung on with his Focus Sash, and I'm like, oh, come on! That's like cheating after how well Cyberio stood up to the shot. I don't know. So it's at this point in the battle that I start to become a little concerned with Sharpedo. I'm not liking the fact that... See, here I have to decide what to do, because I'm not sure if Knackrack's going to miss or not. So I decided to go after Sharpedo, and yeah, look at that, he just Protect. So his Sharpedo using Protect, typically Protect is just a turn waster. It just keeps you from getting hit for 1 turn. I don't typically find it to be useful. I think it's involved in some more complicated strategies. What he's doing, what Grimsley is trying to do, is keep his Sharpedo alive so he can keep getting that speed boost every turn. Because that'll turn it into a nasty sweeper. But what I'm not understanding is why he's not doing any kind of attack buff or anything. I mean, yeah, he's going to go first, but... What good is it? So here I have to decide what to do, and I'm going to go with the Earthquake, just because Cyberio has done its job, and I'd like to get it off of the field, and I want to get Olgamoth out, because, yeah, here you go. Sharpedo is starting to bring up a water-type moves. So I'm ready to get Olgamoth out here and start the drought. I don't want that Sharpedo to be able to do anything with that sweeping that it's been trying to set up. Plus, Earthquake does a decent amount of damage for Knackrack. It's one of his stab types, so there you go. Another Sharpedo speed boost, but you can see one more Earthquake and then we'll be out of here. That and the drought is going to make his moves pretty much null and void. I like Absol. Absol, I just think is a cool looking Pokemon. I like how its head is kind of shaped like a yin-yang symbol, and it just seems like a really speedy kind of like sharp angled fox. It just looks like the kind of Pokemon that should know how to use Slash, you know. But if I recall correctly, its stats are pretty mediocre, so I've never actually used one. But I just think they look cool. Oh, and see, his Sharpedo, I think that might have been the first time I hit him with a physical attack. His Sharpedo doesn't have rough skin. I thought they all did. You see, he had Speed Boost instead. So to make up for that, he was holding a rocky helmet, which I think is interesting. He might have done better to have a rough skin and the rocky helmet, but you never know. Now we're down to his last Pokemon, and in a drought, Bisharp is not going to stand up to a move from Olgamoth with the Heat Wave. Now at this point, you may have noticed I just used up the last power point of... oh, what was the word? Good lord. Of Extreme Speed, and I don't know why I chose to do that. I think that was just me. Well, I was expecting Olgamoth to go first or something, or I wasn't concerning myself with what was what. But there goes Knackrack's less Extreme Speed. But not really a big deal. I have a couple Ethers in my bag if we ever really need one, but we'll see. That's the way of the battle. A real warrior doesn't dash off in search of the next victory or throw a fit. I hope he doesn't throw a fit. Yeah, so all the Elite Four bow out fairly gracefully when you defeat them. And that makes 2, my friends. I have to say, Grimsley put up. He put up probably about as much fight as Caitlyn did. Not any harder, not any easier, I'd say. Especially if you have a fighting type coming in, or you can really do damage with bug type moves. See you guys when we challenge number 3.